Ace Podcast.
This is the Super Co-op Squad Video Game Podcast, episode 43. On today's show, we'll be discussing Microsoft and the severe lack of titles they have been releasing going into holiday 2017, Movie Pass, what is it, why you should get it, and how it's going to affect the film industry. And how many sequels is too many sequels in a video game franchise? We'll discuss those topics as well as having our gamer trivia, name the game, and fan favorite segments as the cherry on top of this gaming podcast ice cream sundae.
All right, guys. Well, before we get into our content, this is going to be your spoiler warning. I don't think I have to explain spoiler warnings anymore, right, guys? I think we got it. But if you do need me to explain, we're going to talk about stuff. So if you don't want to be spoiled, check our show notes. You can get those show notes by going to the link in our details and description of this episode, or you can go to scspodcast.com, go right there, and you can read everything we're going to talk about, all the notes we have to help you kind of better understand our topics, and skip things that you might not want to be spoiled on. And before we hop into our content, guys, we're gonna let you guys know about our Patreon. So listen up about this. We've got our official Patreon page all set up, and we're asking you to become a patron. At $1 a month, you become a vintage patron of the Super Co-op Squad podcast, and you'll get a shout out on the show, and we'll bestow you with your own video game power. Ooh. Yeah, so I'm interested to give out some quirky, interesting little powers to anyone that becomes a patron there. You'll also be helping to unlock additional content, both for you and for all the other listeners. So once we hit our first goal, we're already about halfway to that goal, we'll add an additional episode every month. So instead of getting 4 shows, you're going to get 5 shows from us every month. So head over to patreon.com/Super Co-op Squad. There's also going to be a link in the show notes and the details and description of this episode. So click over there, make it easy for yourself, and become a patron today. And thank you for any of you that take the time to do that.
Should we call those secret levels?
Ooh, I like that. Secret levels. Pretty good.
Unlock the secret level.
Yeah, unlock the secret level episode. Good. Very good. This is witty. I am your host, Johnny Mack, and I'm joined with my other 2 hosts and my fellow good friends, Garrett Laney.
Howdy.
And Joshua Gerard.
I'm good friend number 2.
Yep, you guys are both wearing... I mean, I didn't number you guys.
Well, clearly you said Garrett first, so he's number 1 and I'm number 2.
I mean, I'm next in the rotation.
Well,
man.
we're going clockwise.
Yeah.
That's all it is, man.
Okay, you're number 3.
We're not in Australia. Things don't go counterclockwise. Isn't that how things go down the drain
just their
there?
Toilets.
It's
I
just
don't think their
toilets?
clocks go.
It goes 12, 11, 10 the other way.
Oh, man. All right. Well, first topic up on the board, Microsoft. What's going on, man?
Not much, apparently.
Beats me.
So for those of you who don't know, Microsoft is having one of its worst years in, not even recent memory, just since...
Ever?
Since 2005, since they had an Xbox launch, as far as having releases of AAA first-party titles for this 2017 year. They only have Forza 7. That's it. That one game. Scalebound canceled. Fable Legends canceled. Crackdown 3 delayed.
Yeah, that was that shocking to you guys?
It was definitely shocking to me.
They had a core release date. It was going to launch with the console, and now you're saying, hey, we don't have anything to launch with our console. Well, Forza's probably going to launch with it, right? Usually Forza is a launch title.
Well, Forza will release around the same timeline, but not even for the fact that this needs to be, they need to have content for their Xbox X.
Xbox One X.
Right.
If you're going to say it, say it.
Say it right, Johnny. But just more important, for me, more importantly, just for anyone that has any Xbox One, you have nothing to ground you for anyone that has an Xbox One for this holiday or people to buy one. What's your incentive to buy any Xbox One?
Cuphead's going to be.
I'm very excited for that game.
It's not a Microsoft exclusive, but it'll be there.
Well, it's and PC, but it's not coming to Sony.
Oh, it's not Cuphead's not. Oh,
no.
See, that I didn't know.
They announced that it's not coming to Sony also. Right now.
Is that coming out this year though?
Wait, is it?
I don't believe Sea of Thieves is this year.
They don't have a date.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I won't be surprised if it's pushed back.
So, the thing that I keep thinking about is this a problem with Microsoft not being prepared and not having things ready, or do they put all their chips in the basket of third-party developers, or I guess second-party developers who just couldn't keep, everything going the way it should have been?
Honestly, it's not working out either way, whichever choice you make.
Well, right, but okay. But it's one thing if Microsoft just wasn't prepared and they just screwed up. It's another thing if they said, okay, you second party developer and you second party developer, you got Scalebound and you got Fable Legends, Lionhead Studios, and then Crackdown, you guys are coming. Then all those studios drop the ball. That's not Microsoft's fault per se.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
That's true.
But if it was more so like they just thought they had this killer lineup and they just dropped all the balls at once.
I mean, sadly, we've kind of been seeing this. Sadly, we've kind of been seeing this coming for this upcoming year. We were thinking, oh, what's coming up for, what's Microsoft got? Well, if they don't announce that, then okay, that'll get canceled or whatever. There's never been, or there hasn't been any like solid games for this holiday season.
Not exclusive, not first party from them.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, like all the multi-platform games are still coming out for those systems unless Microsoft drops that ball too.
We never thought it was going to be this bad, but even way back in, March, we talked about this briefly. Back in E3 in June, we talked about this as far as like upcoming games for each console. We noticed like, wow, there's not a lot for Microsoft, and now there's nothing. There's nothing. That is a huge, like, all right.
It's depressing.
What bundle? Okay, so every year, Sony, Nintendo, they make bundles, right? Like, get this game and get a bundle from Microsoft with their hottest games.
Yeah, it's Forza.
All they have is Forza. And
they usually have a Forza bundle.
Yeah, they'll have their Forza bundle. They'll have a Madden bundle, but I mean.
There will be a Gears bundle.
A Gears bundle?
Yep, Gears of War 4.
Ooh.
Yeah, exactly.
They already had that, but I guess they'll bring it back.
But now with the Xbox One X, you'll get the new Xbox One X Gears of War X Edition box.
Like, the only thing I can think is that they're going to have bundles with like 9 games.
Yeah.
Like Halo 4, Gears of War 4, Sunset Overdrive.
No.
I mean, they just can shell out Rare Replay. You get 30 games.
Yeah, they're in trouble.
Bring back Lego Batman and Pure.
And the other thing I think about is, okay, so they're in this boat right now, but how do you bounce back from this? Because this is going to end up being a rough holiday for them in comparison to Sony dropping bombs and then Nintendo doing very well with the Switch and having their biggest game, Super Mario Odyssey, come out around that holiday period.
Yeah.
So theoretically, Microsoft dropped from like, number 2-ish to just flat out number 3 as far as sales this holiday.
Yeah.
That's a disappointing spot to be in.
It's sad. This is Xbox. This is America's console.
This is the American console.
Now that I think about it, the consoles reflecting the presidency. Yeah, I went there.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how because if you look at it, this is going to trickle down, right? Like next year, I mean, how do you bounce back from this? Like, you better have a killer.
All the games.
Yeah, you better have a killer year.
Hopefully, not a great lineup, just have a lineup.
I wonder if they really
field a team, Microsoft. Put a team on the court.
I wonder if they're really banking on the fact that they're really pushing a lot of the Xbox One X having this graphic 4K potential. And they're saying, hey, we have all these titles that have come out in the past. They're going to get this 4K resolution update. I wonder if they're really going to hone on that when they don't have any new games to really play on their new console.
I mean, they'll have to hone in on that because they have no other games.
I don't think it's going to be that. Like, I see what you're saying. You're saying, do they think the Xbox One X is going to be bigger than it's going to be? Because I think we all recognize it's not going to be like gangbusters.
But you have to fall back on something because you have no games. Like, hey, check out the Xbox One X.
So I think one of two things happened or is going to happen. First thing is they just screwed up. They weren't ready for their newest Gears of War. Halo 6 wasn't ready.
Nope.
They didn't have Sunset. All of their first party like titles, they're not going to be here till 2018. So they were falling back on second party developers and they all screwed the pooch. All of them.
Or they just need more time.
Well, but either way, they screwed the pooch because these guys, the Crackdown 3 was that Silverlight or Deep Silver?
Deep Silver.
Deep Silver was supposed to, no, is that Crackdown 3?
No.
That's Saints Row. What's Crackdown 3?
Oh, Renegade?
Right?
You know what?
That's not right. Any Joshua will look it up. But yeah, the developers of Crackdown 3, the developers of Fable Legends, I mean, that got canceled a while ago. The developers of Scalebound, all 3 of them were supposed to bring heavy hitters this holiday for Microsoft, and none of them came through.
Nothing.
And Microsoft, I think, was banking on that while they got their big titles going for 2018. And it didn't happen.
Yeah. This is Regent Games?
Regent. Okay, cool. So that's the first thing I think. I think all those guys screwed the pooch. All those developers that Microsoft put money into just weren't prepared and they just dropped everything. The other thing that I see is that I don't think it's likely. Microsoft really truly thinks the Xbox One X is a standalone console that's going to dominate. And it's not.
Absolutely not.
This is going to be, Sega Saturn-y type, just terribleness.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to bomb. It's not going to put them out of business, but
No.
it's not going to sell very well. There's no games.
Oh, in comparison, no, because this is just an upgraded console. It's not the next brand new console.
Yeah, but it seems a lot like they're treating it like that.
Yeah, because I feel they're trying to stay away from what Sony did. Like, hey, this is an upgrade. This is not like the next gen, but they have next gen potential with 4K graphic fidelity and all that kind of stuff. So it's almost like a hybrid, but they're treating it like it's a new console, which sounds to me they're future proofing it, where now because we have this, we don't need to make a new console 2-3 years down the line.
Okay, well, hopefully they're going with that strategy. We'll take the hit now, and further along we'll
taking the hit.
We'll be there.
See, but no hit need be taken. Like, you don't got to take those shots, Microsoft. Like, keep your guard up, man.
Well, hopefully
Body shot.
Headshots, man.
I hope that the third party games and the indie titles they showed off at E3 are going to show up. Like, was Below? Below hasn't even shown up yet. And
Okay, but nobody, even us, even avid gamers, nobody buys a console for indie games.
yeah, I
Like,
understand.
I'm not buying an Xbox One or One X for Cuphead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but because they have no games, they have to lean on third party indies. And, even secondhand, like little small titles like Super Lucky's Tale is not going to sell millions, but it's going to give
It's not
something.
going to sell
not
hundreds of
sell
thousands.
It'll give something for kids to play. It'll do something.
This
which is better
is
than nothing.
This is the only thing that saves Microsoft this holiday. If they get exclusive bundles for big third-party games, which they're not. They're not going to get Call of Duty World War or whatever.
World War II.
There we go. That's not going to be a bundle for Microsoft. It's going to be a Sony bundled console with the game.
Yep.
It will not be Microsoft, but they need that. They need that to succeed, or they need something else big. Madden's not going to do it, and they're out of luck, man.
There's Forza.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah,
getting,
neither.
they're not getting Star Wars. They're not getting Destiny.
Right?
Would you say those are niche genres, racing and sports?
I don't think they're niche, but
Racing.
I don't think so. No way.
It's more of a niche than a regular sports title.
The mainstream?
Yes, I can agree that most of the sports titles are bigger than Forza or bigger than racing, but Forza is huge. This is why they keep pumping them out year after year.
It's the only consistent racing game that not only delivers but is actually good.
Yeah, well, because it's quality.
Yeah.
But yeah, it can't drive a year for them.
Looking at you, Drive Club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Gran Turismo. Or any Sony driver.
The Crew.
Yeah. God. Yeah. Oh man. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm a little sad for Microsoft here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what you're going to do. Well, let us know, guys. Let us know what you think. Can Microsoft make it out of this little pitfall they're in, or do you think we're wrong? Do they just have a great lineup of things and we don't know because we did our homework and there's nothing coming out? But maybe there's some indie game that you guys think is good. Well, we'd be interested to find out what your thoughts
Yeah,
are.
Bloodstain's not even this year.
No, there's nothing
They
coming
need
out
to
for
sell
them.
all of the custom controllers.
All right, so fan favorites. So every week we pick 10 rapid fire questions and each of us answers to find out where we stand opposed and united in fandom. So play along and find out what are your fan favorites. I had the pick this week, gentlemen, and I had some fun with this one. I thought anyway. Thought it was fun. Hopefully you guys think the same. So this week, you are a guest judge on So You Think You Can Dance. And it's time to cut the contestants down by half. So who can bust a move the best? You decide.
See, you did your math correct there.
Yes, I did.
Nice.
Half.
Somebody went to school.
I did. 50%. I can do that. All right, guys, here we go. Deadpool or Star-Lord?
Star-Lord.
Star-Lord.
Star-Lord. Han Solo or Indiana Jones?
Ooh. Indy.
Indy.
Han Solo. The Kool-Aid guy or Tony the Tiger?
Kool-Aid.
Oh, yeah.
Kool-Aid guy. Captain Hook or Captain Crunch?
I'm gonna go Captain Hook.
I will go with Captain Crunch.
Captain Hook. Steven Universe or Finn from Adventure Time?
Steven Universe.
I have not watched either or know anything about either, but I'm going to say Finn.
Finn. Master Chief or Marcus Phoenix?
Master Chief.
Master Chief.
Marcus Phoenix. Banjo or Kazooie?
Kazooie.
Nah, I don't know about that one. I'm going to say Banjo.
Banjo. Mario or Luigi?
Luigi.
Luigi. Lightning McQueen or Kit, the Knight Rider car?
Ooh, Kit. Lightning McQueen.
Okay, pick one.
Lightning McQueen.
I'm gonna say Lightning.
I'm gonna say Kit. Vegeta or Big Daddy from BioShock?
Vegeta.
Of course, Vegeta.
Big Daddy. All right, well, that is fan favorites. Let's go ahead and break these down. So Deadpool or Star-Lord? And Garrett, do not say it's Star-Lord, man. I know you.
Come on. Star-Lord. No, he's busting moves throughout that whole movie.
He is. I mean, Deadpool can cut a rug, though, man. Like
he will literally cut a rug.
Yeah, don't mess with Deadpool rug. He'll get you. Yeah, but Star-Lord, I think he's a little bit more known for it, and he's had many years in space to hone his craft over the same 30 songs. He
saved the univerce with a dance off.
He has many a mixtape.
Dance off. Come on.
I wonder. Okay, so that movie's coming to the climax, right? Like they're writing the script. Who was the guy that decided, like, let's not have a big fight or epic battle? Ronan has a giant hammer with the Infinity Stone. Let's just have them dance.
Dance off.
Like who? And then they wrote that into the script. You got to have some guts to go there in your script and then hand that to an executive making $8 million a year.
Imagine pitching that to Chris Pratt, or he reads the script. I gotta do what?
I think Chris Pratt, I mean, by that point, it's already been approved. He hasn't, but the guts on the guy who did that, I don't know. But okay, cool. So the listener sided with us. 60% say Star-Lord, 40% say Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Han Solo or Indiana Jones?
Has Han Solo ever danced?
I mean, has Indiana Jones ever danced?
Maybe slow danced.
Yeah, but he can find his way around a whip. So
that means
he can find his way around the dance floor?
I imagine he can. If he's swinging from trees with his whip and he's running from boulders and he's doing all this acrobatic
limber
stuff. If he's rolling under volcanoes and
he can dance.
Yeah.
If he can dodge a wrench, he can dodge a ball. The two aren't associated.
Pretty much, yeah.
If you can dodge
a boulder, you can dance your ass off.
Make any sense.
Makes perfect sense.
Han Solo, he's just a guy he's a scoundrel. He's a scruffy headed nerf herder. Like,
nerf herders can dance?
He's got no time to dance. He's too busy herding nerfs.
I mean, no, he's in bars a lot, and he's always in like cantinas.
Drinking and killing people.
Well, okay, that Cantina song is catchy, man.
Yeah, but the only reason why Han Solo's going to win is because he shoots first. That's the only reason why he's going to win.
Wow.
Like, in the dance off? If he dances
going to murder someone?
He's still going to shoot first.
Kill his competitors? Okay, well, the listeners sided with me. 70% said Han Solo, only 30% said Indy. The Kool-Aid guy or Tony the Tiger?
I mean, Tony the Tiger is great, but I don't think he's got the dance moves.
I mean, the Kool-Aid guy he's got the moves, man.
I mean, he brings the house down.
Plus, I mean,
literally.
And Kool-Aid guy, he's black. So, I mean, he probably got the dance moves. Tony the Tiger is clearly a white guy.
He's actually red, but...
No, come on, no.
You're really going to go there?
Come on.
I mean, maybe if you put, like, grape Kool-Aid in them.
Yeah, then he'd be black.
Kool-Aid in general. No one drinks Kool-Aid but black people.
That's not true, sir.
I can say that because I'm black. So if you're out there going racist, I'm not racist. I drink Kool-Aid.
I'm not
it's
racist. My best friend's beverage.
My best friend is
Kool-Aid.
My best friend is a powdered sugary drink. So 60% said Kool-Aid guy. 40% of our listeners said Tony the Tiger. So there we go. Your logic may not have been the same, but you got there either way. Captain Hook or Captain Crunch?
I feel like Captain Crunch has yet to show us anything besides cereal.
Plus, Captain Hook's got Smee on that accordion, man, dropping sick beats.
He said Captain Crunch. And you added to that with Captain Hook.
No, I'm saying, okay. Well, for me, Captain Hook.
I'm saying Captain Hook because after all that hearing, that tick-tock, he's got the timing down.
He's got a metronome.
He's got the timing.
I feel he's got Smee. And Smee has his accordion. He's always busting out the tunes.
His mustache got moves. That's about it.
That counts, man. Keeping that time. All right, so
meanwhile, Captain Crunch isn't just cutting the rug; it's cutting the roof of your mouth.
You know what?
Do you not know how to eat cereal?
Dude, Captain Crunch does that to you.
Garrett doesn't use his
not
teeth.
know how to eat cereal?
He smashes the cereal on top of the roof of his mouth.
When you eat chips,
listeners agree. Listeners will agree. Captain Crunch will mess the roof of your mouth up.
Now we know Garrett doesn't have no teeth.
Ooh. I need a listener to write in on this.
Haven't they changed Captain Crunch recently? I feel like they just changed it.
No.
No,
they still taste the same.
Okay.
Because I had some 2 days ago.
They still taste great.
I've never been a fan of them because they're wax, dude. I feel like I'm eating wax. I finish a bowl of Captain Crunch and it's like I have wax in the roof of my mouth.
Yeah, that's a thing.
It's gross, man.
I mean, it
That's
tastes
the thing.
good though.
But why can't they make it with 90% less wax? Like
Maybe
the box,
maybe the wax is the taste.
if I went into I
Shape
haven't
of a candle.
I haven't bought it in years, but if I went by and I saw the front of the box and it said now with 90% less wax, I might be down. But other than that, I'm not doing it. So we had 60% of our listeners say Captain Hook and 40% say Crunch. So.
Buy the one with the crunch berries and just give you all the crunch berries.
Oops, all berries.
That's a cereal now,
That
huh?
is literally a
It
cereal.
is-
I don't know if it's
it's
still a
been-
cereal.
It is. I just saw it today, but it will forever be a cereal.
It's good.
I remember it was a limited time thing. I didn't know it was a permanent.
And then they made it good. You know what? Okay. So here's something that they should do. And it's unrelated 100%, but I just thought of it. So that, you know how they have Oreos? They have mint Oreos and chocolate chip Oreos and they have Oreos with double stuff.
Birthday cake Oreos.
Yeah, all kind of random ones. How come they just don't sell the Oreo cookie? Like without the stuff in the middle? The cookie's good. Not everyone wanted,
like
sure.
a chocolate wafer.
Yeah, just give me the cookie without
Just
the
buy a
stuff.
chocolate
what
wafer.
would it be called?
Oreos without Oreos, no stuff or something.
Rios.
You're Rio. I don't know, but I think that would sell very well because a lot of people really enjoy the cookie with no stuffing. But that's just me. Feel free to go from there.
I mean, I think they do have those thin ones. It still has filling, but they're.
Yeah,
thin.
I just want the cookie. Just give me a cookie like Chips Ahoy.
I hear you.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so next we've got Steven.
Not gonna happen.
It won't, but well, who knows? If you're listening to this, some Nabisco guy. Steven
Love you, Nabisco.
Steven Universe or Finn from Adventure Time.
I picked Finn. I don't know why. So
I don't know why either.
I
Johnny
mean,
picked
Steven Universe can get down, but he's kind of Finn in a dance battle, dance off. Finn would wreck him.
I don't know because I mean, Steven even has the fusions.
Okay, see, no, this is him and
Stevani.
this is him and him by himself. He can't go get other people to help him. Yeah, and Finn has he's just cool, man.
Finn is not cool.
Finn is awesome, and then
Jake's cool.
And then once he's in the middle of his dance, he takes off his little bunny rabbit hat and his long flowing Nordic hair just comes flowing out like.
Isn't he missing an arm now or something?
No, he had a flower for an arm for a while, but that stopped.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
Wow. It wasn't his fault. All right. Well, the listeners sided with me quite heavy and Joshua quite heavily. 70% of listeners said Old Finn and Steve got 30%. So
I still believe in you, Steven.
Yep. This was an interesting one. Master Chief or Marcus Phoenix?
Marcus is too serious to try to dance.
We all know neither one of them have one dancing bone in their body.
See, now I feel like Master Chief could win only because there's probably a mode where
Yep.
Cortana can turn his suit and make it dance for him. Like Cortana, turn on the
Wait,
dance
Marcus
move.
Phoenix or Master Chief?
Master Chief.
Okay. Well, I mean, he did also perfect the dance of teabagging.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
he did. Getting low.
Good point.
Getting low on them faces. Yeah, so Cortana will help him out there. And I believe the listeners agree with that because 90% of you guys said Master Chief and 10% said Marcus Phoenix. So there we go. Banjo or Kazooie?
Kazooie
Okay.
can dance.
He doesn't even have
She
she doesn't even have knees. She can't bend her
Has
legs.
knees. They're
She's a-
just,
no, she's a-
they're reversed.
Birds don't have knees, bro.
Bert.
They just have joints.
What bird? Think of a
They
bird.
have
But
elbows.
any bird that flies, they don't have knees.
Uh-huh.
Ostriches, yes. Flamingos, yes, I guess. But like an eagle, they don't have a pole.
No, not them. But she's
No,
like
she doesn't.
more like a stork.
No, she.
Yeah.
There's a reason why she's in that backpack because she can't walk very well.
No, because she
No,
can fit.
as a matter of fact, she's
She's running all over the place.
She's the most mobile character in that game. Have you played a Banjo-Kazooie game?
I have played about 20% of one game.
Yeah,
So.
nuts and bolts,
Banjo's got the
probably.
moves. He's got a
Probably.
banjo. He can dance to his own
Yes,
moves.
Banjo. He's a fun-loving bear, man. Yeah,
He is, but Kazooie's got the moves.
I don't think so. And the listeners don't think so either. 80% said Banjo. 20% said Kablooey.
Kabooey. Bababooey, bababooey.
Kablam!
All right, so Mario or Luigi?
I mean, it was decided already.
Yeah, clearly it's Luigi.
It's Luigi.
Yeah,
Luigi's always dancing.
and he can plank so well, man. Yeah, he can vogue. Who wouldn't pick Luigi?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't his Final Smash
Yeah,
and Brawl
his dance
dancing
moves, yeah.
around.
Yeah.
It was hippie
Lullabying
dancing.
you to sleep.
Yeah, so clearly Luigi. And once again, listeners sided with us. 80% said Luigi, and 20% said his shorter, smaller, more pathetic brother, Mario.
Damn.
Older.
Shorter, smaller. Older, sure,
Yeah,
but
older, though.
still more pathetic.
Have some respect.
Mario might get some more points once Odyssey comes out, because I think he does have to dance in that game.
I'm sure that there will be a playable mode with Luigi.
Or just throw your hat on Luigi and then
Possess
dance.
him.
Yeah.
And then possess Luigi.
Wow. All right, so we got Lightning McQueen or Kit, the Knight Rider car.
All right. Kit's cool. Love Kit. If you ask me what car I want, I would say Kit. But, I mean, Lightning McQueen has the animation and the actual movements that he can dance. Kit has some buttons and a jump, some turbos,
All right.
and he can talk.
And a red line for a mouth.
Kit has a lot of abilities. I'm sure that of all those buttons in there, it's got a dance button.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't. I mean, the Knight Foundation put billions and billions of dollars into this car. I don't think they put, let's put a dance button, guys.
I mean, you never know, man. Back then, you never know when the car needs to dance. And I mean, Lightning, he's got some pizzazz, but I don't see him I don't see him getting down.
Oh, for sure.
Burning some rubber, yes. Burning up the dance floor, no.
Wow.
So.
Next time we see Hasselhoff at a convention, we'll ask him.
Can Kit dance?
What if he's like, yeah, actually on the far left, I always ask him, are you ever going to use this dance button? We never did.
One time in the deleted scenes.
And then Johnny's going to be like, see?
Called it.
The Kit Tui.
So, 60% of our listeners said Lightning McQueen, 40% said Kit. So I lost there, but I was pretty close.
I'm glad we have some listeners that are our age that know who
Right?
Kit is.
I thought the same
Knight
thing.
Rider's so cool.
Who, like, I wonder when I made it, is anyone even going to know what Kit is?
Yeah.
But
I don't think so.
So lastly, but not leastly, if that's even a word,
It's not.
we'll go with it anyway. Vegeta or Big Daddy?
So, Joshua, you and I picked Vegeta.
Okay, so you give one answer.
Clearly, Johnny has not seen Battle of the Gods.
No, he has not. That's number one reason. Number two reason, you can't do fusion unless you got synchronicity down, and you can't dance without synchronicity. Good
Okay,
dancing.
I thought about that too, because you do have to fuse and you have to do the dance. But Big Daddy, it's like beholden to a small child who probably wants to play all the time and have fun. And so
No.
yes.
Little sisters harvest Adam.
Yes, but that doesn't mean that the relationship between, just because the girl's a vile, scary monster, doesn't mean the relationship between said scary little girl and the monster protecting her isn't a loving one. And I think the Big Daddy really loves her. It loves its little sister, its little girl. And so when she's like, Mr. B, play, like, come on, Mr. Bubbles, and they're playing and dancing, he's probably,
You know what playing probably is? Kill this motherfucker.
Wow. I think that the Big Daddy could have some moves when it's called upon. It's a big guy, but you know, he's light for his, for his size.
He's light for his size.
Even
He barely walk.
I mean, Vegeta clearly has dance moves. That is not. That's
The
not.
stick is
argued.
so far up his behind. I don't think he can walk without turning into a Super Saiyan. So I don't know if he can dance.
He can. All this fighting style can be a dance in itself.
Capoeira.
He is not a capoeira fighter.
No.
So
but,
no.
But it can be.
But he doesn't master that art. Well, sadly enough, I lost again these last two. 60% said Vegeta and 40% said Big Daddy.
The real fans.
Well, that is fan favorite for this week, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Let us know your thoughts. What did you guys pick and why? You can email us, contact@scspodcast.net, or reach us on Twitter @SuperCoopSquad. So Movie Pass is now $10. $10. And if you're not aware of what Movie Pass is, well, I'm going to tell you right now. So it's a subscription-based service that allows you to pay one monthly fee, and in return, you are mailed a credit card or a debit card, I think it actually is, and you're given a login for their accompanying app. You can then watch one movie every day, each month, and you swipe that given debit card to pay for it. So in essence, you watch a movie every day, and you only pay $10 a month, and you're being charged at the movie theater for the ticket, but you don't pay for it. Movie Pass kind of fronts that bill. And so to just give you guys some perspective here, before this price drop, which is why it's such a big deal, the average subscription cost of Movie Pass, depending on where your area was in the US, was between $35 and $45 a month. Now it's $10. You can watch unlimited movies. You can't watch duplicates, just so you're aware. So if you watch Spider-Man Homecoming on, the 15th, you can't watch it again until the next month if it's still in theaters.
They track that?
Yeah, they don't because you have to use the app to pick. So that's the only downside. But hey, every movie that comes out every month, you can watch it for just the $10 a month plan. So this is crazy.
Why would you not do it?
Why would you not get Movie Pass?
At this point, yeah.
At this point, yeah. There's no reason not to. We'll definitely get into that. So some of you guys might be asking, well, A, if you've heard of this, is it good? If you've not used it, and B, you're thinking, if you haven't heard of this, should I get it? I've used it, and have you guys used this at all or heard of this?
I have not used it. I've heard of it.
Wasn't before you had to be like quote unquote invited?
No, you never had to be invited. So I've used it in the past, and actually I canceled my subscription because it was $20 a month, and they upped it to $35, and at that point it was too much for me. Only because the higher the amount goes, the less like money you're saving, right? Because if it's $40 a month, and I go watch 3 movies, and it was $13 a ticket, then I only save $6. Like that's not a big deal. But essentially the way it works is you have to be like in the vicinity of the theater. You click the app open, you check into the app like you would like anywhere else through like, Yelp or something. And, then it says, okay, like we know you're in the area for your selected theater. These are their movies. You pick the movie you want to watch and you buy the ticket once you walk up to the counter. And you just click like the little button saying what movie you watch, and they'll kind of double check through the app to make sure you bought that at the theater. And that's it. So very, very simple, very easy, and honestly super awesome. So how big is this going to be for the movie industry and for Movie Pass?
This is, I'm on a fence here.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm interested to hear this.
It's a fantastic deal. It gives you so many movie opportunities just to watch movies. But I can't help but think someone's going to suffer at the end of this.
Okay. Any thoughts on who would suffer? Because I don't know.
Maybe the theaters. Maybe later on down the line, actual movie production companies. Okay.
So I got my own personal thoughts. But before I reveal what I think, I want to pick your brain. Why do you think? Okay. No. You said, someone's going to suffer down the line. You said maybe the movie theaters, maybe the film industry, but why? What makes you think this?
So movie theaters, they're not really making the money anymore.
No, see, I think you're misconstruing, as many people are, what Movie Pass does. So when you get your Movie Pass debit card and you walk up to the counter to buy your ticket from the lady at the counter, and she says the ticket's $14, you swipe that debit card and Movie Pass gives the theater $14. You are paying $10 to Movie Pass for your subscription.
And Movie Pass is paying the $14 for the ticket.
Exactly. Every time you go to the counter, Movie Pass is fronting your bill for you. That's how it works. So it's not
Movie
like
Pass?
Yeah, so it's not like the theater's not getting any money.
Okay.
They're still getting this, whatever their ticket price is, they're still getting that much money per ticket.
Okay.
Didn't hurt them at all in that regard.
Well then, I suppose I don't have any issues with this.
Okay.
I thought I was hurting somebody's pocket.
I think it's a bad business model for like AMC, because now, I mean, they're in partnership with MoviePass, but they're not getting like the bigger cut.
Well, what cut? I want to make sure that we're very clear so we don't have any confusion to anyone listening. What cut does AMC not get?
So AMC is getting all that money.
Right.
Regardless.
So there's no deal that happens on the front side where they're losing money. Whatever the ticket cost is for the ticket, that is what is charged to MoviePass.
Okay. So maybe it's advertising. Maybe everyone's straying away from the AMC brand and now it's all about the MoviePass brand.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that, because you still have to go to these theaters to watch them.
Yeah,
and
but
then you
maybe
still
not,
spend money at the snack bar, drinks.
But maybe not exclusively AMC.
So I think you're touching on a good point, both of you, with the branding thing, Joshua, as a negative point, and I'll come to that later. I like your point though, Garrett, on the concession stand. They don't sell sand there.
I don't like
give
sand.
it time.
I don't like sand.
All in due time. The biggest thing about
extra butter.
we don't put butter on ourselves. You got to put your own butter on the sand.
The yellow sand.
Oh man.
The biggest thing about movie theaters that most people don't know unless you work in the industry, or if you worked for a movie theater, or if you just pay attention to these things, is that they don't really make their money off the tickets. Now, of course, they make a little bit of money off the tickets, but almost more than 90% of all the money, the profit that comes to a movie theater, is based on the concession stand. They make a ton of money off of that. Because if you think about it, your popcorn costs, I don't know, $7, but they literally don't care about the popcorn itself. The only thing that they're getting the bulk of the charge from is the paper that the popcorn gets put in. That's how inexpensive popcorn kernels are.
Jeez.
It means nothing to them. Yep. They literally have bins and bins and bags and bags of it in their back room. And they'll give you as much popcorn as you want. What they won't give you, they will not give you another box.
Yep.
So in essence, right? If I'm going to the movies and I only paid $10 for a month to go to movies, now I'm more inclined to buy concession stand stuff because I'm not spending $15 every time I go to the movies. I can put that into something else. Yeah. So that might help AMC from that regard. So thoughts on that before we move on? Because I got a few more thoughts. I've been thinking about this.
Let's see. I'm trying to think. But no, you come, you spend more money. I wonder if this will impact their memberships, like the Stubs membership, because I myself am a Stubs member. I'm actually very happy with the service. Every like $5 I spend, I get some points or whatever, and then I end up getting like free movie tickets and stuff.
Yeah, that's the incentive, right? Spend more money, get a discount on this. You're still spending money either way.
That's actually a really great point because I did that when I had Movie Pass back in the day with my wife, and we had 2 passes one for each of us, not 2 each. That'd be ridiculous. But yeah, so we use our memberships and we would gain a lot of rewards because we ended up going to more movies because of the value, and so we got more free stuff. So from that regard, yeah, it could definitely maybe hurt or hinder AMC because the Stubs plan is now they're giving away more free stuff than they anticipated.
True. Yeah. And would that still work? Like,
yes.
I would go to the ticket booth, say, I want to see this movie. Here's my Stubs member. They scan it, and then I use the Movie Pass card to pay for it.
Because they don't know what.
Essentially, Movie Pass gave me points.
Absolutely, it works 100%.
Yeah, but I don't know if they like that.
Yeah, they may not. I never thought that's a great point because now they're expecting, the average AMC Stub member to go to 3 movies a month. So they only give X amount of rewards. And now everyone's going to 18 movies a month and watching every single movie.
They can't afford that.
Yeah, it might hurt them in that regard. Who knows? I don't know the exact specifics.
I mean, they may even have to scale down the reward.
Right.
Maybe we'll give you 2 points now.
Right.
Yeah, I have a quick question. So since you were a Movie Pass holder, does it show your name on the card?
Yes.
And they have to verify your ID with that?
If that theater asks for your ID, then yes, it literally says your name. I still have the card.
And if they don't, essentially you can just pass that along to somebody else to watch whatever indie film they want.
Nope, because it's linked to your app, and you can only have one account linked to the app at a time. And if you begin, they can track it. I know people who got banned. If you begin like having your account skip to different phones all the time, they'll just ban your movie cast. And
you can't Netflix it.
Yeah, you can't Netflix. I mean, technically you could if, let's say you meet your friend at the theater and buy his ticket and then bounce. You could do that. Like, hey, meet me over here, and then, okay, buy the ticket, hand him the ticket, and then
like
leave.
Disneyland passes.
Yeah, kind of like that. But
you're not supposed to do that.
So, a few minutes ago, we kind of put a push pin in it. Joshua, you were talking about the branding side and sort of the advertising. And I think this is where, because AMC, we didn't talk about this yet, but AMC has very vocally stated that they are not a fan of this price drop. They do not like this, and they're trying to find a way to get out of this debit card working. Now, keep in mind, it doesn't really matter what AMC likes or dislikes because it's a debit card. So they're going to have to find a way to block the Movie Pass debit card, which might be a bit of a problem. Because Movie Pass right now works at over 91% of theaters because you have to check in and buy your ticket, kind of through them. So the problem I see with this from AMC's standpoint is AMC has stated very vocally they don't like it, and they have said that they feel that this is going to fail as a business model. Now, the way I look at it is if, let's say, 2 years go by or 3 or whatever, a couple of years go by and we are all on Movie Pass because why not? Like, it's $10. I can watch unlimited movies. And so now you're comfortable. You're used to spending $10 a month on movies, and then boom, Movie Pass goes under and there's no other subscription. So now what do you do for your movies?
You have to spend more money.
You spend your $15 a pop. But what's going to happen is people are not going to be okay with that for a little while because you're used to only spending $10 and that's it. And now you got to spend 15 for every movie. So what's going to happen to AMC's, butts in seats? At least for some time, it's going to drop. And that's going to hurt them badly, I think, if Movie Pass falls from under this.
Yeah.
That's where I see the problem happening.
Really do some critical thinking behind closed doors, man.
And then here's the big kicker. I was saving this for the end. The big one, Joshua. Yeah, because this is the one you hit on with the branding and the advertising.
Big kahuna. Let's see
so, as we talked about just a second ago, there's 91% of movie theaters that Movie Pass works with, right? So MoviePass, right? They for the most part decide what theaters it works at. Now, right now, it's beneficial for them to have as many theaters as possible that MoviePass works at. But let's say that AMC continues, this tirade of, crapping on MoviePass, and a year goes by and MoviePass gets 35 million subscribers, something huge, right? Some big number. And then MoviePass, says, screw you, AMC. No longer will MoviePass work at any AMC. So now, where do all these people go to watch movies?
Not AMC.
Not AMC. They are not going to go to AMC for any reason. So now AMC has lost all control. And what that would do, MoviePass would be in control, essentially, of all branding, advertising, marketing, and anything that has to do with the movie theater industry. Because if you piss off MoviePass, then MoviePass won't work for you.
You ain't getting butts and seats.
Yes. And I think that is what AMC is truly afraid of, which I can agree with.
Then get on board.
Choo-choo. Get on board, start kissing that MoviePass ass, man.
Movie ass.
Yeah, and I mean, just one last point. I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but also think about it from this point. As a film industry, not the movie theaters, but the film industry, if I know that the way to get butts in seats is through MoviePass, where does all my marketing go through? The MoviePass website.
Check it out with MoviePass.
Yeah, exactly.
See this movie with MoviePass.
Right. The MoviePass card, and there'll be like, specific cards you can get that have like some Disney logo or something like that on it. So now people are going through MoviePass for everything. Then MoviePass has so much power.
Yeah. If you look at Fandango is advertised everywhere.
Right. Yeah. I mean, just like that. And I think that is the big fear that AMC has, where they would literally lose control of being able to put butts in seats on their own. They would have to use MoviePass as a middleman.
Man, but why? I assume this is coming up, but why is AMC so against MoviePass?
I think it's because of that. I think because they're afraid that either A, if MoviePass fails in 2 years or 3 years, people won't want to go back to the $15 a pop movie model.
Yeah.
And then they're going to lose seats because people are going to stop going to the movies as much, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's with your thought of this thing's gonna fail.
And the other side is if MoviePass gets really big, now MoviePass controls everything.
Has all the power.
Yeah. And AMC's like, what? I don't want to have this happen. Whatever, thing's going to happen, some sort of marketing, or maybe even like how the movies get released or what trailers pay. Like, hey, we need to have a MoviePass ad in the front of all your movies. And AMC's like, nah, man. Then MoviePass is like, all right, then MoviePass don't work here no more. We have 100 million subscribers. None of them go to AMC's.
Yikes.
And I think that's what AMC.
Oh yeah, they'll go elsewhere for $10 a month.
Yes, I would. I'll never go to an AMC. Right, but yeah. I think that's what AMC's afraid of.
I like AMC. Like that's my preferred theater. I'll have a Cinemark nearby.
Yeah.
But I don't want to see AMC become obsolete.
Right.
But MoviePass is looking pretty cool.
Yeah, $10 a month, right? I mean, who wouldn't do it, right? I mean, honestly,
the money.
I'm gonna do it. I was gonna sign up today. I just forgot. I'm gonna do it. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it.
Man.
Yeah, this is
crazy.
This is gonna revolutionize movies.
Yeah. I didn't think the movie world was so scary.
Right.
You scary movie world.
The other thing I thought is the numbers for like, okay, so we get all the numbers like, this movie made 400 million this month or 300 or broke records. It will never matter again if MoviePass stays around.
Yeah.
Because I'll watch every movie. Why would I not?
Everybody would watch
yeah.
The Emoji Movie passed $2 billion.
And it sucked. Got a 40 on Rotten Tomatoes, but still
people said they just wanted to see the train wreck.
Yeah. I mean, I would watch everything.
So bad is good.
Yeah. I mean, even if I just got up and left halfway through, what did I lose? Nothing.
That could hurt the film industry. Because now, why are people putting in so much work and effort to make a quality movie when just people are going to see it anyway?
Yeah, it's a good point.
That's a very good point. It definitely could have a hit to quality. That is true. I never thought of that. Huh.
This is going real deep.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that MoviePass can do, good or bad. And you out there might be thinking, well, how can MoviePass do this? Like, how can MoviePass have me pay $10 and then I watch 19 movies in the month? The reason is MoviePass just got a large, I think they got a buyout or a large shareholder for a data conglomerate. And so this company, they take data, aggregated data, and they sell that information. So essentially just be aware of what's happening here.
Like what we talked about last week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So, check out last week, episode 42 to hear a little bit more about that privacy and stuff like that. But essentially, this company is going to use the data from what we buy, like what theaters we go to, what time, what age group are buying Movie Pass, and they'll use that data to sell to other companies. So they're going to make their money on the backside there and on the advertising side.
Damn.
So that's where this is coming from.
Genius.
Yeah, it's a smart idea. It's not good for us, I don't know, but who knows about that. So yeah, man, Movie Pass. Let us know what you thought of it.
Got one if you're gonna get one.
Yeah, if you're gonna get one, do you think it's a good thing for the film industry? Is it bad for the movie theater industry, or is it just good for everybody? I mean, a lot more money will be made, but also a lot more power will be in Movie Pass's, kind of court. So let us know what you guys think. All right, guys. So gamer trivia. Every week, 2 of us go head to head in a best of 5 trivia contest. The winner stays and plays for the next week. The loser makes next week's trivia. So Garrett, you are the challenger this time. Joshua, you are the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. The new Fresh Prince.
Y'all can do Fresh Prince trivia anytime. I guarantee you I will win every time.
I think both myself and everyone out there is going to probably pass on consistent Fresh Prince trivia. But thank you for the offer, sir. All right. Well, that means I lost last week, so it's on me. So this, don't look this way, sir.
Move your computer. I ain't moving.
This trivia, guys, is on a superhero. I like doing superheroes. He's got red. He's got katanas.
He's got katanas.
He's got a burnt up grizzly face.
Nobody cares about this one particular character.
That's right, guys.
It's all about Donatello.
It's Deadpool. Deadpool trivia.
Not Raphael.
Not Raphael. He's. I don't think he's. I don't qualify the Ninja Turtles as superheroes per se.
They're super mutants.
I'd probably classify them as superheroes.
I kind of classify them as a fighting force or ninjas more.
The Avengers is
like, is Naruto a superhero? I don't think he's a superhero. He's a ninja.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that. All right, guys. Well, this is Deadpool. So get yourselves ready. We're doing Deadpool trivia.
Okay.
Here we go.
Wait, so is this like anything Deadpool or like the movie or?
No, it's not the movie. It's the character.
Okay, cool.
So, question 1. Who is the only person that has a bond of shared mutual respect with Deadpool? They respect each other. A. Captain America. B. Spider-Man. C. Wolverine. Or D. Daredevil. I have Garrett's answer. And I have Joshua's answer. Garrett, you answered B. Spider-Man. Joshua, you answered C. Wolverine.
This is awkward. I can't look at Johnny this entire trivia.
You can look. You can't see the screen. You have terrible vision anyway.
No, I can see the screen.
You can't see the answers. It's not even up. You can look this way. It's not even up. It's not even up. You're fine.
Okay, good.
So B for you. Oh my gosh, all these pop-ups. Get out of the way.
Extends.
There we go. All right. So the correct answer is A. Captain America.
Huh. I'm starting to think it was C.
I can see why you think that. Get it? I can see why you think that.
Boo.
So, dang.
Come on, Johnny, be better.
I'm sorry. You serve them up.
A-hole.
So that is incorrect for you, Garrett. And that is incorrect for you, Joshua.
These nuts.
So Captain America was Deadpool's idol as a child, and they share a mutual bond of respect because they were both experimented on by the government in different weapons or superhero programs. So they both actually get along very well. Cap is pretty much the only person that can not necessarily control Deadpool, but kind of, have him be listened to. He'll listen to Captain America. It's actually creating some pretty interesting stuff going on right now with the Secret Empire storyline for Marvel. I know neither of you care, but it's cool.
Well,
I care. I just don't read comics.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, that's 0-0. Question 2. Who does Deadpool never stop trying to make his best friend? Who does he want to be besties with? Is that A, Captain America, B, Spider-Man, C, Wolverine, or D, Daredevil?
is this going to be one of those Robin trivias where it's the same answers every time?
I guess you'll have to see.
Damn.
You just gave me a hint right there.
Sure.
You'll have to see.
I have Garrett's answer.
Can you list off those answers again? Even though we'll probably
Same
get
as
the
A,
last
order.
time.
Captain America. B, Spider-Man. C, Wolverine. Or D, Daredevil. And I have Joshua's answer. Garrett, you chose C, Wolverine. Joshua, you chose C, Wolverine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The correct answer is B, Spider-Man.
Well, I should have picked my first choice.
Yeah. So for whatever reason, he really likes Spider-Man. He just always wants to be best friends with him. He wants to go on adventures with him and like make him dress up like him. And he just really genuinely likes Spider-Man. And Spider-Man, for the most part, wants nothing to do with Deadpool. Just wants to be left alone. They have an ongoing comic right now called, Spider-Man Deadpool. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's fairly funny a lot of the times, a little bit hit or miss. You can, see they're both kind of, wisecracking, fast slinging, smart alecky guys. So it's cool. But yep, that's incorrect for you, Garrett. And incorrect for you, Joshua.
I don't like where this is going.
This is going to be a long trivia.
So the score is tied, settle.
Didn't we have a 0-0 trivia last time we battled?
I don't know. All right, here, question number 3. What country's nationality does Deadpool claim?
Wait, what?
What nationality does Deadpool claim? Come on now, not that hard.
What country's nationality?
Yes, that makes sense. What nation does he claim? Is it A, Mexico, B, USA, C, Canada, or D, Great Britain? I have Joshua's answer, and I have Garrett's answer. Garrett, you chose C, Canada.
Mexico.
Canada.
C.
Joshua, you chose C, Canada. The correct answer is C, Canada.
Yay.
So
We got one.
Deadpool is indeed Canadian.
Is he Canadian or does he just identify himself as
He's
Canadian?
Canadian.
Okay.
He's Canadian, much like Ryan Reynolds and Wolverine.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds.
Hugh Jackman's
Yeah.
not, though. Hugh Jackman's
No,
Australian.
he's Australian.
Yep,
Yeah.
so there's that. All right, well, that is correct, guys.
Yay.
Finally. So
One
that is
more.
correct for you, Garrett, and that is correct for you, Joshua. All right, that's 1-1. Question 4.
Things are heating up.
Yeah.
It's more of a simmer.
Which of these things about Deadpool is not true? Which of these things is false? A. Deadpool has killed every United States president. B. Deadpool has murdered Moby Dick. C. Deadpool avidly insists that everyone is and he is also an organ donor. D. Deadpool is an X-Man. Or E. None of them is true. So pick the one that is false. I have Garrett's answer and I have Joshua's answer.
I feel like this is a trick.
I feel like they're all
It's
possible.
Deadpool.
Yeah.
Garrett, you chose E. None of them is true. And Joshua, you chose C. Deadpool is an organ donor is false. The correct answer is D. Deadpool is not an X-Man. He is not a mutant. The X-Men very vehemently try to make sure everyone is aware that they do not support or have any affiliation with Deadpool whatsoever. Yet
Okay.
people still consider him an X-Men.
I thought this was what he thought. Like he thought he thought himself as an X-Men.
No.
Okay.
He knows he's not an X-Men too.
Okay.
Yep. That is incorrect for you, Garrett. And that is incorrect for you, Joshua.
I was going through a comic book store one day and I saw there was a comic about Deadpool and Moby Dick.
Ah.
I've seen the cover. That's how
Yeah.
I knew that one was true.
Yeah, it's called Deadpool Killustrated.
Yeah.
So the score is still 1-1 going into the last question. Question 5.
No fun facts. Oh,
I've been giving fun facts throughout the little thing.
you've just been giving
All right, I'll
details
start.
about your trivia.
Next time I do trivia, I'll start doing fun
Just
facts.
giving you a hard time.
I'm the only one that doesn't do it. I know I should be doing it. I'm going to do it. Question 5. What year was Deadpool created? A. 1964. B. 1973. C. 1982. Or D. 1991.
Talking about the comic, not like the laboratory.
The character himself. not
when he was created in the lab
not
by
physics.
experiments.
No. I have both of your answers, good sirs. Garrett, you chose D, 1991. Joshua, you chose B, 1973. The correct answer is D, 1991.
Yeah, I knew he was a newer character.
Yeah, he's a little bit newer. So
Very recent.
that is correct for you, Garrett, and that is incorrect for you, Joshua.
I wonder if that's why people ship Deadpool and Harley.
I don't think that's why. I think it's because they're just bat
Both
crap crazy.
crazy,
Yeah. So that is, I already have Joshua texting me his answer, his points. So that is a 2-1. Garrett, you are up 2-1. All right. So the salty sudden death question here. So this is no multiple choice. Just got to know the answer. Got to have that info on your brain, on your dome. And you bet points. You bet however many points you choose based on how many points you have currently. Correct answer gives you that many points. Incorrect answer, you lose that many points. And I also have Garrett's bet. Here's the question. Deadpool has an irrational fear of which farm animal? Name the animal. He has an animal. I have Garrett's answer. I'm awaiting Joshua's GIF he's sending me. He's sending me a GIF, and I don't know what it's going to be. I can see it. Okay. This is interesting here. All right. So I have both their answers. Garrett, you chose sheep.
Sheep?
Joshua, you also chose sheep, but you sent me a GIF of the bed, the Serta bed, like little sheep that moves around. That sheep. You sent me that.
They're also in Wallace and Gromit, right?
They are in Wallace and Gromit, or at least they look very similar.
I can't believe you picked the same answers.
Yeah, so you guys both must have some sort of deep subconscious fear of sheep, because you both picked it.
Well, no, I figured that's what Deadpool would be afraid of because they're fluffy. And so he's like, oh, sheep.
Just like that trivia when you guys said whatever the Mario 3 trivia was.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
All right, so Garrett, Joshua, that is incorrect for both of you. The correct answer is cow.
I was going to put that. Too.
Deadpool has an irrational fear of cows for some reason. Now to the points.
That's weird.
It is very weird. Joshua, you were down.
Mm-hmm.
You bet 1 point.
Yep.
Leaves you with 0 points.
Yep.
Garrett, you bet 1 point. You squeak by with 1 point.
You mean I can't win with 0 today?
Not today.
I was going to be scared if Joshua bet 0 points.
You kind of went to... It would have been a rough next question. All right, well, Garrett, that makes you this week's champion. So, congrats, you're back on the throne. Joshua, you got trivia next week, and I will be the challenger. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed that trivia. I know it didn't go so well for you, though.
Well enough.
I did it enough to win.
We want to take a moment to thank you for listening to our podcast. If you like our show, please leave us a review on iTunes or wherever you happen to download us. It would really help us out a great deal. Also, please subscribe if you haven't already. It's the only way to get updated weekly to our show and to get all the greatest that you can from the best damn video game podcast. Thanks for listening again. Back to our show.
So how many sequels is too many sequels in a gaming franchise?
2.
Right? So one of the most common aspects of gaming is the sequel. I mean, it's happened from the dawn of time with Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man and Pac-Man Jr., Super Mario, Mario 2, 3, World, so on. And we're entering, in the here and now, like the 7th entry in Halo. Assassin's Creed has 10 titles or more. Mario's been platforming for 20 years. The gaming industry is obsessed with remasters, redos, sequels, trilogies have become quintilogies. Where's the line drawn for you guys? I can tell you for me right now.
I already know.
Really?
Yeah, I know your answer.
Honestly, I think it needs to stop after 2 or 3 type games.
Oh, okay. I was going to say after 1.
Not after 1. I think sometimes there's more story to tell, but let your thing be done. That's how I feel. That's me.
Let's see. For me, it's a little more gray.
50 Shades of Grey?
No.
50 titles? Damn.
Dang, Garrett.
No, what I mean is, say, we'll take Assassin's Creed, for example. Assassin's Creed 1, so. 2, phenomenal. Brotherhood, I also love that game. 3, no. But then when Black Flag came along, Black Flag was a fantastic Assassin's Creed game. So had it stopped at 2 or 3, wouldn't have gotten Black Flag or the upcoming Origins, which I'm also excited for. So I really do think it depends on the franchise and the amount of space between the, I guess, numbered sequels.
Yeah, I can agree with that. But what's interesting about Assassin's Creed is out of the first, let's say, 6 games, there's 2 or 3 different storylines that have been developed out of those characters. So they're kind of sequels to each other, but they're also in the same realm. So you can put them together, but then you can't because they're different, but they just happen to come a year apart, which makes them feel like they're quintessential, and they just keep pushing them out every freaking year.
Well, it's funny that you said all those Assassin's Creed games, but the ones that you like were all the non-sequential numbered, like, actual entries. The only one that you liked was 2.
Oh.
You didn't like 1.
Black Flag was 4.
It was 4. Okay, fair enough. I don't know. It's a slippery slope kind of thing. Like, yes, sometimes there can be room to tell more stories, but do you need to? Like, sometimes maybe just leave a thing as it is and be done. And I feel like at times for many, not genres, many franchises, that's what you should do. Like, let your thing exist as a completed product, as a great thing, and don't destroy it. Now, a certain series, I can agree, Assassin's Creed has a lot of room to tell stories. It encompasses all of history. Like, there's tons to do. But, like, I don't know,
Gears of War. Halo.
Yeah, Gears of War, great example. Or Halo, great example. Yeah, like, once you told Master Chief's trilogy, that's it, man. Like, you're done. You don't need to continue the story. He's floating in space. And as a gamer, as someone who enjoyed that story, I like that, man, like, whatever happened to Chief, like, he's out there drifting. That's fine. Like, let a thing be a thing.
No, I need to know how Hogwarts was made.
See, no, I'm not a fan of that type of thing. And some series it's okay with, like Super Mario. We mentioned that in the beginning of this segment. They've had a million different games. They've had all kinds of crazy spin-offs, but it's not a story. It's just kind of an adventure that continues to play out. It's a sandbox, even though it's not a sandbox game. It's a sandbox of tools, and you just play through those tools again and again. It doesn't matter what's going on.
Okay, so let me ask you. So you're okay with those ones. So you take Mario 1, 2, 3. They are not related to each other whatsoever besides just being a Mario game. So those ones you wouldn't count in this category. They just happen to be numbered as far as the, Nintendo saying, hey, here's the next Mario game.
Yeah, I am okay with it. And also it's not even that they're not a story, because that is a part of it, but also the other part of it is that there's more to do. I think if you look at Super Mario 1, 2, 3, 4, Super Mario, the new Super Mario game.
Super Mario Bros. 4?
World, sorry.
Remember, Super Mario Advance 4 was Super Mario Bros. 3. Don't get it confused. Sorry.
Don't get it twisted now. But they all have something they added. I think you can say for almost every Mario platformer, it was something new. Even if it wasn't your favorite, it always enhanced the game. And that's not always the case with franchises nowadays. Halo 5 and 4 damn sure didn't enhance Halo.
I would argue that, with new weapons and new abilities that they do, that's the same thing. You may not like it, but it is changing the game. Well,
what I meant by enhance, I didn't mean adding something new per se, but adding something better, making the game better and more enjoyable. And I think for most people, they would never put Halo 4 or 5 above 2 or 3.
Oh, well,
ever. No. Never.
I think everybody can agree to that.
Right. Yeah, or like we get into this people complain about annualized series like Assassin's Creed or Call of Duty. Now, granted, Assassin's Creed has taken a year off.
Well, no, because there was a movie that year.
I guess. And they put out two games in the same day the year before, so they made up for the year off.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get these annualized series where they just pump them out, and it's like, well, are you putting any time at all into this?
I mean, that's a tough answer because you have different studios that are making the same franchise. But you look at Call of Duty, for example. We're getting a Call of Duty every year, but we have 3 different studios that are making Call of Duty games. So we are getting a similar experience every year, but they are pumping out something every 3 years. So I think it's a little bit different when you talk about that.
I see that, but that's not always the case. Like Ubisoft or Assassin's Creed has Ubisoft, and I think Ubisoft Montreal is also doing Assassin's Creed.
There's another studio in there too.
I don't want to jump too far into the Call of Duty thing, but people always bring that out and they go, oh, well, there's 3 developers, so they're putting time in. And yeah, they're putting 3 years in, But what's the thing that you do as a studio between your games? Like you assess the industry, you assess what your game did right and wrong. And they're not doing that. What they're doing is they make Call of Duty Black Ops 3, then they jump immediately into the development of their next title.
Yep.
And then they do that for 3 years or 2.5 years. But you didn't take enough time to look back at what you did with the game you just finished and see how the industry changed and adapted and what you did right and wrong and how the industry moved forward or didn't. You just started making your game. And of course there's more to it than that. I know I'm generalizing, but they're not taking that time to craft the game I want them to make.
All you need is zombies. Nobody cares about anything
Just keep
else.
doing that.
Yeah, just put zombies in Metal Gear. Call it Metal Gear Survive.
And man. So like Garrett, you said like you're a gamer and you want more. You just want the more of what you love. You just want to keep having it and having it and having it. But don't you lament ever like when they just ruin it? Like they've ruined Halo. Let's right now.
Joshua, he didn't do the thing.
Ruined it.
He knows better.
Wow.
He knows better.
No, but okay, I'm gonna do it now. Yeah, they ruined
Thanks, Garrett.
they ruined Halo, and there's no. I mean, sure, the next game could be good, but now the story of the Chief, it's done, man. Like,
I'm gonna say no. I don't agree to that, and here's why. No matter what they do with Master Chief now, they can't take away what 1, 2, and 3 was for me. There can be as many other Halos as they want. They can add and expand to that universe as they please. But I will always have what I loved about that series.
I mean, that may be true, but if you say the next Overwatch game that comes out is just a terrible game, tell me you're not going to wish that you did not play that game and that has not ruined your love for Overwatch, but that has soured your love for the franchise.
Yeah, that could happen. But if that does happen, I still have the first one.
True,
so go back and play the
it's
first
not going to be
one.
the same experience because now you have this other stuff that's on the side that you know they shouldn't have done that. Like you hear Johnny talk about it with Star Wars all the time. Granted, he really likes a lot of the new stuff, but it doesn't hold up had they not just ended it and just left it with the original trilogy. At least for Johnny's.
yeah, no, I think you make a good point. You're right, and you're right. Both of you are right, Garrett. You're right. Like you're right. They're not going to remove what you've done for Halo 1, 2, and 3. But now in your mind, you always know that
there's a blemish.
Yeah, they just exactly. This perfectly crafted thing, this Picasso, someone just took a Sharpie and Jigglypuffed on it and
doing that again.
and drew penises on, like, yeah, so they do that and that's what you remember. Yeah, you had the good, but now you got the bad with it too.
Yeah, but also with each new addition to that franchise, there will be some changes, there will be some additions, and who knows, I could like some of it.
Could.
Yeah, it's a very big could, but there's the possibility that they add something that I actually enjoy and like.
Yeah. So I want to go back to and answer the original question. I think 3 is a good point to stop at because trilogies are always nice. You kind of have a story that you can break down into 3 parts if it needs to extend that long. At the same time, if a story can be expanded upon because you didn't get to tell the whole story or there's extra stuff that are in the same universe, I'm okay with them expanding on that if the story is a good story to tell.
I'm in the opposite camp. Now that I'm thinking about it, I said 3 in the beginning, just thinking of a number because most great I don't want to say most great, but a lot of the greatest stories we have in film and movies and film movies.
I thought you just say 1, like I said.
No, I'm not. The greatest stories we have in film or even in gaming, a lot of them they take place over 3 movies, and that's just kind of the norm. It's not. I'm not going to say 2 either.
Yeah, 2 is usually most.
So I said 3, but now that I'm thinking about it, I think it's whatever you started off that you needed to tell. So if you started crafting your story to be 5 games, then it's 5 games. If your story in the beginning was to craft 3 games, then it's 3 games. But don't start making money. Don't start making games to make money. Don't just start cashing in on them.
Yeah, you're actually touching up on the next point I was going to bring up. Say if we take Bungie, who's not doing Halo anymore, do we actually know that their plan was originally to stop at 3? Or did they have some little side sketch? They're like, we really want to do 6, but we don't know how we're going to get to 6.
Then that means you shouldn't
3.
get to 6. If you don't know how you're going to get there, if you had no story to do it, then that was it. But also, I think that they pretty much were like, we're done at 3.
I think they were done at 3. I was just using that as an example.
No, didn't they also do ODST and Reach?
Well, no. Okay. So with the Master Chief trilogy, they were done.
I mean, you could always, look at all the movies. How many prequels have we gotten recently and how many prequels are we doing in movies and games?
I need to know how Hogwarts was made.
I mean, sure. Are we talking about that Fantastic Beasts
Oh god.
upcoming?
No,
movie,
it's another side
or
movie.
the Harry Potter prequel. That
Yeah,
that one.
No,
Okay.
no, thank you. I don't know. I just feel like the sequel thing has gone too far, and we need to kind of rein that in a little bit and just make what you set out to make, and don't try to cash in on the cash cow, man.
I don't know if everything went that way, where you just made it to what you needed to tell the story. There would be at least 2 more Last Airbender movies.
Oh, we're getting another one.
No, okay. I'm not saying just make them because they're garbage. Like if your plan was to make 3 things and the first one was just utter crap, then okay, stop.
No, to tell the story, they need to tell all 3.
Just keep going until you finish. Maybe in hindsight, the first one will be good.
Yeah, but let's not discredit. I mean, I can't really list a certain example off the top of my head, but some ideas are portrayed after a series is done. You're like, what else can I do in this universe? And there are shows, movies, anime that expand on that. If you look at Dragon Ball Super, for example, we all know GT was a fluke. That just tanked. That was terrible. But then we have Dragon Ball Super that really expands the story from the Z Saga, and it's doing really well right now, in my opinion.
I think that Dragon Ball Super, just to touch on this really quickly, that is one of the few examples of a spinoff that was just better than the original or as good. Most of the time, you don't really get a better product. You don't. And so why do you, history is showing you that you're not going to get a better product, so why do you keep doing it? Because you're trying to cash in.
I mean, that's most of the reason, but there has to be some type of vision there, because you're not going to produce a game that you think is going to cash out if you don't have a vision for it doing something.
I think they do. I think they go, we need to keep this gravy train pumping and make money.
Just make some stuff up along the way.
Right, yeah.
Just take a terrible story and put it in a meat grinder with just characters and bad animation and just...
Let's just make a prequel for Gears of War and just have that go. Yeah. I don't know.
Judgment Day.
Oh gosh.
No, this is Judgment.
Cool. Well, that's our thoughts, guys, on sequels and prequels and just adding to the story of a game or anything, to be honest, without maybe the need to. So what do you think? Do you think games and movies should continue just pumping out product and making and expanding and fulfilling the world? Or do you think one story or the initial story is what they need to do, or somewhere in the middle? Let us know what you think. Email us, contact@scspodcast.net, or reach out to us on Twitter at Super Co-op Squad. Links for both of those can be found on our website or in the details and description of this episode. All right, guys, speed run. So every week we break down 10 news stories and fun facts that just didn't quite make the list for a full segment. We've got 1 minute per topic before we move on to the next, finished or not. Gotta go fast.
Insert speed dash in this sound effect here.
Speed run.
You let me finish.
Sorry.
You thought I was done, I guess.
Disney and Lucasfilms revealed their next Star Wars story film, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Okay.
All right. I want to hear it, Johnny.
Nah, man, this ain't right.
This ain't right.
Is this supposed to be a prequel? Is this like pre-episode 3?
They haven't said, I don't think, what it's going to be, but it could also be the lost years between what happens when Luke goes, to his family in Tatooine.
3 and 4?
Yeah, and then as Luke grows up and what he is doing in between that time. It could be that. It could also be as he grew up and became a Jedi and him as a Padawan. It could be him with Qui-Gon Jinn before.
I'm leaning towards it's him and Qui-Gon.
I want these Star Wars stories films to tell stories outside of what's going on in the Skywalker kind of trilogy. I want them to talk about things way outside of it, way before it, way after it. Just tell stories, man. There's tons of great books.
I can agree with that. I don't see Obi-Wan being too interesting, but I mean, I'll watch it.
I'm so sad.
I don't know if they're going to take my money on this one.
I mean, they will get my money. They will. But I'm not happy about
it.
For
the podcast, yeah.
Next. There are 4 confirmed spin-offs for Game of Thrones coming to HBO, all of which are expected to be prequels with very few to no returning characters.
Because they all died?
It's a prequel. What do you mean they all died? Sense. It's a prequel.
No, never mind. Or spin-offs.
They're probably all going to be prequels from what I've been reading and they've been talking about. I'm not really a fan of this.
Do any of the books go into the prequel territory? Like, are there books of prequels? Or does Game of Thrones start with Game of Thrones?
There might be some. I mean, he's got tons of stuff, so it could be some prequel books. But the books themselves, the Song of Ice and Fire books, they have no prequel info. as far as like going way deep into it.
Okay, so maybe this is different then. Maybe this, because this is technically unexplored territory. You know, something that we don't really know.
I just feel like they're cashing in on a cash cow again.
Well, yeah, they announced that the show's ending in like
so we need to make 4 shows.
Make up prequels. How do you make up a prequel?
Well, okay, this
George R.R. Martin can't even finish a book. How's he going to make 4 prequels?
This show was made from the books. Now you're going to make 4 shows off no books? You see what's happening here?
You're making stuff up out of thin air.
Yeah, exactly.
And how do you make a prequel of it? Now you have to make it continuity.
You got to make 4 prequels. I'm sure he has his hands in it, but not a lot. I don't know.
Next.
Pokemon Gold and Silver are getting a 3DS re-release. While the North American version's content has not been revealed yet, the Japanese release will get pins, stickers, and other memorabilia in the box.
Yeah, I saw some of this. It's pretty cool.
I did not know about this. This is cool.
Very.
It deserves a re-release. 3D Gold and Silver. I'm not going to buy it, but it's awesome.
I wonder.
I've been out of Pokemon way too long to come back into it.
This is revisiting it. It's back to what we know and love.
I know.
Anyway,
I don't want to try to fight Red again.
I'm really curious of seeing the Gold and Silver games played in the Sun and Moon style. You know, that kind of 3D models that are going around the world. Not to mention after you beat the Johto League,
you go back to
Kanto.
Yep.
I'm really excited for this. This is awesome.
That was the best thing about that game. Going back and getting those other 8 badges. That was straight up awesome.
Stronger Pokemon. Next.
Dragon Ball FighterZ has 4 new characters. Super Saiyan Blue Goku, Vegeta, Android 16, and 18. It is not certain if they will be playable in just specific modes or throughout the entire game.
Okay, so
for sure the entire game.
Well, there's a couple new modes that are going to be in there, and I guess Android 16 is going to be in there because there's Super Androids, and there's a different separate mode with a story arc revolving around Super Androids. So we don't know if 16 is part of that main arc or if he's actually going to be a playable character.
Now, for my my memory here, 16 is
the green one with the red mohawk.
Yeah, the weakest one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that mean and 19 was the clown looking one?
There's no. Oh, I don't know the numbers after 18. But one thing I'm not really a fan of is we already have Goku and Vegeta. Now we're getting Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta as 2 additional characters, not necessarily just palette swaps. So you have to make them very unique. We don't need Fire Emblem clones in Smash Brothers. You have to make them different. Robin was a different character, so I'm hoping these characters are going to be actually different. And the beta signups are Tuesday for September, so we got to cash in on
Next. Nintendo claimed the top spots in both July console and software sales with its Switch and Splatoon 2 exclusive title claiming the spots respectively.
Yay, Nintendo.
No, it's yay, Nintendo.
No, it's because Splatoon.
I get what you tried to do.
And it's the second one?
That's cute.
You made that weird.
You did.
Splatoon.
Stop
anyway,
it.
Okay.
Man, Nintendo's doing well.
Yeah.
Good for you, Nintendo.
This is great. They're doing well with the console, and they're doing well. I believe they'll be doing fairly well with the handheld.
Yeah, I mean, they're slowly showing up in stores again, and then Walmart has a bundle.
I'll be the first to say that I was wrong. It's selling better than I expected. People are on board, and I'm glad that it's doing well.
You mean the 1 million in 2 days didn't do it for you?
No, because I fully at that point expected them to get returned or thrown up on eBay, just much like with the Wii U.
They are, but no one's buying them because they're smart.
Yeah, good
they're
job.
Not dumb enough to spend $500 on this. But no, this is good. I'm curious to see what the holiday is going to look like for stock, and if
Next.
Crackdown 3 has been delayed until spring 2018. No skills, no kills.
Aww, that sounds so sad.
Wow. We talked about it earlier a little bit, but this is rough.
This is huge.
Why? What do you think was the reason? What was the reason?
So, if we can recall back to, I believe, the E3 week when they started showing off Crackdown 3, we had noticed that there were some differences. There wasn't the demolishing cities that we had once seen previously when it was first revealed.
Environments, yeah.
So, I think they couldn't get that to work. Or they couldn't get it to work under the new systems or whatever. And so they may have found a way to get that back, but that's going to take some time.
Yeah, and the game didn't look polished like
it did not.
We thought it would be.
No.
So I think they're really trying to touch up that game. to a heavy degree, which if you're going to do it right, make sure you do it right.
I mean, if this was going to release with the Xbox One X, make it look like it's supposed to be on the Xbox One X.
Do you think this was Microsoft making that decision, or was this Regent saying, we're not ready?
I think it was Regent.
I think it was both in conjunction.
I feel like Microsoft might have been embarrassed by...
Next.
According to reports from Deadline, Wonder Woman director Patty Jenkins has almost completed finalizing her deal to helm Wonder Woman 2, with her payday reportedly placing her into the realm of the highest paid female director in history.
Awesome. Now, can we get Gal Gadot? Gadot? Can we get her salary up too?
Of course. Are you crazy? She's going to make so much money?
I hope so.
No, there's no hope. It's going to happen.
There's a new hope.
But she doesn't have to hope. She's gonna make a ton of money off of it. She essentially is the flagship character for DC
right now.
Above Ben Affleck's Batman, above Henry Cavill's Superman. She is the driving force of this DC extended universe,
and you will pay her as such.
Yes, she's gonna make so much money.
Yeah, but we're not talking about her. We're talking about the director.
Well, I mean, I got nothing else to say besides good job, Patty Jenkins.
Good job, Patty.
Yeah.
Make a good movie.
See, I wonder though how much she really was the driving force of that movie being successful. Like, of course, she directed it, but, again, we talked about it. Gadot was, she was Wonder Woman.
She was Wonder Woman.
Yeah, without her, this movie, I think, would have flopped.
Halle Berry.
Oh, gosh, no.
Wonder Woman? No.
Next. BioWare confirms that it will not continue supporting Mass Effect Andromeda with single-player content and updates, but the multiplayer will still see continued support. Unresolved single-player story threads will be told through other media, such as comics and novels.
Okay, so I'm okay with that, because if you're not going to produce good quality content for people to pay at I guess it would be a premium price, you're paying $20 or more for DLC, I'm okay with you pushing that story elsewhere.
And making us pay for it somewhere else.
Probably at a cheaper price. A lot cheaper.
Comics and what else? They just said, novels.
I don't know, though. I mean, a comic costs like $4 a pop, so if the story takes 10 issues...
13 pages?
Yeah, 13 pages. So if the story takes 10 issues, you're spending $40. That's I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know,
but you're not going to play the game you're not going to finish the game to get the story anyway. So
I'm not going to read them comics anyway.
Someone will stream it.
Someone will stream reading the comics?
They'll read it to you.
Page
Reading
1.
Rainbow.
We open on the panel on the left, Commander Shepard. He's looking down.
My name's Joshua, and let me tell you about this awesome book I'm reading.
First speech bubble, he says.
It just goes. Just audiobooks.
Yeah, I love audiobooks. Yeah, you know what? I don't know what happened, BioWare. Why did you ruined Mass Effect?
You better? Feeling better?
I feel good, yeah.
Got that out of your system?
I feel really good.
Good.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, it's sad what's happened to Mass Effect.
I don't think it's going to come back for a long time.
Not for several years. 8 years, I'd say.
Let's go KOTOR.
What's that other game they're making?
Next. That's not the name of the game.
Square Enix is getting in on the fighting game resurgence with its newly announced Dissidia Final Fantasy NT, slated for a release in 2018.
Huh.
I mean, it's not news to me.
I mean, it was news to me.
Oh.
This was at EVO.
Yeah.
So you got to play. So they announced that everyone was going to get a beta code that went to that event. And I don't think anybody got a beta code.
Wow.
Yeah, that sucks. I mean, it looks cool. It looks really cool. I mean, Dissidia is huge in Japan, and they got arcade cabinets for this thing.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know about this specific game, but it is a huge arcade game that you can do, I think, 3-on-3.
Was it just on the PSP?
They have a couple on the PSP, and I think they have one in Japan on I think this game's already out in Japan.
Yeah.
Japan does that to us often.
Yeah. I mean, they got all the big kids stuff.
Tekken 7 3 years later.
You're right.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, they've got a whole line of Final Fantasy characters in this fighting game. It's pretty unique.
I just hope
Zidane in it.
What's that blonde annoying guy from 15? The Michelangelo.
I like all of them. So,
but there's only one blonde one who's annoying.
Well, I mean, technically Ignis is. I think
Ignis
blonde.
is not blonde.
He's not blonde.
Talking
about Prompto. Like a dirty blonde. I knew he was talking about.
No, clearly.
I knew who you were talking about.
He didn't know.
The other guy with the
next.
Samuel L. Jackson says he will not be in Avengers Infinity War, Avengers 4, or Black Panther. He claims he has not been contacted for any of the films. Don't you want to see any of my movies? I'm Samuel L. Jackson.
A shark ate me.
Why can't I be in a movie,
Jeez. I feel like maybe this is them like trying to trick us.
No, I don't know. Maybe. I hope so, but
I don't think he's going to be in Infinity War because that movie's already done.
Well, but he could be lying. He could have been in the movie.
I don't think he would troll us for that.
Well, if they tell him to,
yeah, exactly.
they might. But I'm starting to think in these movies, is there really a place for Nick Fury?
I mean, Shield's gone and he's still healing up somewhere, probably.
I don't know.
I mean,
what I really hope.
I mean, there's hardly even an Avengers left.
Yeah, that's true.
There's still okay. There's like half. Okay, I see your point. I really hope like the Marvel Netflix crew finds their way in here somehow. You know how happy I'd be if we saw Daredevil fighting with Captain America?
More Jessica Jones and Luke Cage.
Wow.
Nick Fury is going to be handling the Defenders team. No,
All right, well, that's our speed run, guys. Sound off. Let us know what you guys thought on Twitter. Reach out to us at Super Co-op Squad. All right, guys, so name the game. 2 hosts go head-to-head as the third host has 3 games with clues that lead to 1 game and 1 game only. Can you name the game? All right, so Joshua, you took a whooping last week.
I got Pepe Le Pew.
You got skunked, sir.
Real bad.
So hopefully I fare better. Garrett's the champion now. And let's see how he does. Can he get another 2 today? Twofer.
Right. You guys ready?
Okay.
Ready.
Let's name that game. All right. First game. A very unique game that is exclusive on its platform. To its platform.
Gears of War.
Dr. Mario.
No. This title comes with a peripheral accessory to use with the game.
Steel Battalion.
Nope.
Super Mario Duck Hunt.
Nope. Bring out your creative side in this artistic and fun game.
You draw.
Nope.
Pass.
Use your mouse to get the best experience.
Microsoft Paint.
Nope.
Use your mouse to get the pass.
This SNES game involves painting with the mascot.
Mario Paint.
Mario Paint. That is correct, Johnny.
Trying to get there.
All right, that is 1 for Johnny. Nothing for you yet, Garrett, but the game is still on. Second game. It isn't always a woman's job.
Cooking Mama.
Cooking Mama.
Wow, nice.
That is correct. So, Johnny, we know what's going on, but we're gonna pretend Zero
I'm
can
gonna
still win this game.
I'm gonna try not to get skunked.
No, it's 2-0, but we'll do this third
2
one.
for you, Garrett.
No, that's how we do it.
Sorry, 2 for you, Johnny. And Garrett, try to get on the board. No double skunks. Third game. You'll love this game even if you are not a sportsman. Garrett.
NBA Jam.
No.
Wii Sports.
No. The goal of the game is quite explosive.
Rocket League.
Rocket League.
Get it, get skunked.
That is 1 for you, Garrett. But, Solevi, I don't know what that means. Johnny is this week's Name the Game champion.
All right, thank you, sir.
Nice job with the Cooking Mama.
Yeah, I pulled that one
I wanted
out.
to do a clever hint to see if you would get it or not. Either you would have or you wouldn't have, so
Yeah.
good job.
Cool. Well, that was Name the Game. That was quick. Fast Name the Game. Hopefully you guys did well out there yourselves. All right, so listener mail. We got a couple of interesting ones here. These are both in response to our listener question last week, which was if you had real life loot boxes, what would be your common, uncommon, rare, and ultra rare items that would appear in your loot boxes? So Garrett, go ahead and read electronic mail number 1.
This is from Marcus Phoenix.
That is not his name.
Okay, it's just Marcus. My loot boxes. Common. A bag of marbles. Uncommon. A copy of the original unedited VHS Star Wars trilogy.
Nice.
But specific.
Very. Rare. A box of Trick cereal when they were actually still fruit pieces and not stupid balls. That's fair.
That is very true. Kids these days will never understand.
Ultra rare. A blank check signed by Bill Gates.
Not like in the movie Blank Check.
Still haven't watched it.
Ridiculous movie, but yeah. Yeah, man, that's not bad. I mean, I don't know why you'd want marbles.
No, that's the common one. Just everybody's got marbles.
Common, bro.
All right, fine.
You
Fair
ever play
enough.
What do you
marbles
want?
growing up?
No, I didn't play marbles. I wasn't born in
Why do you-
1910.
Why do you make it sound condescending? I ain't playing no marbles.
Because I grew up in the 90s.
Maybe Marcus really loved marbles.
I grew up in
man.
the 90s too, and guess what? We played marbles in the 3rd and 4th grade.
I didn't play marbles.
Yeah, it's weird, man.
But I had a bag of marbles.
Did you play Pogs?
Well, yes.
Then who's the weird one now?
I didn't play Pogs. I collected them.
Let me just take a little piece of cardboard and slap it against another piece of cardboard to see how many pieces of cardboard we can flip upside down.
I had a Mortal Kombat slammer with the dragon on it.
Don't forget that metal piece. Slam it against that cardboard piece to flip all the other cardboard pieces over.
Why are you so mad?
Dissing marbles, man. Diss your Pogs.
This guy is taking it so offensively about his marbles.
Common fidget spinners.
Oh god. Oh man. The other one, tricks. I mean, you're right. They're stupid balls now, but I don't like tricks that much.
Wow. I thought you grew up in the 90s.
I like real cereal.
Okay.
Not wax.
Like what? Crackling old brand?
No, peanut butter crunch.
With the wax on the roof?
Peanut butter crunch didn't have wax. That was only Captain Crunch. Fruity Pebbles. That's cereal. That's cereal.
I mean, this is all cereal. Trick cereal is cereal.
Honey Bunches of Oats.
That is not cereal.
Frosted Flakes.
Okay.
Those are mine. And the last one, I mean, yeah, blank check, Bill Gates. You can't not, that's awesome.
I probably would have put the Star Wars as a rare and the box of cereal as an uncommon.
I mean, maybe he really likes the original tricks.
Maybe.
So,
more power to you, Marcus.
Yeah, good job. All right, next one from Jason. Go ahead, Josh.
Jason.
Wolf.
Well, woof.
Very insightful, Jason.
Wolf. That's not part of the email at all. I stuttered. All right, so Jason says, well, first, I'd be interested...
Wolf first.
Wolf. Sorry. All right, continue.
Well, first, I'd be interested to know what I need to do to level up to get said boxes of loot, because that'd be what I do all day, every day. Quit my job, ignore my friends, and grind for my loot boxes. So pretty much what I dream of doing anyways to game. My common would be a single dollar bill. Monies. My uncommon boxes would give me 2 free movie tickets. Okay. Rare boxes would drop the newest gaming console available. Ultra rare boxes would turn me into Deadpool.
I just want to say, Jason, that your email was literally what gave me the idea for trivia this week, so thank you.
Bam! Inspiration.
Yeah.
None of that was about dancing.
I said trivia, not fan favorites.
Why do you guys keep mixing the two up?
I don't know. All right, so first of all, your rare's too rare, dude. Like, nah, that's an ultra hype. You can't be getting consoles in your rare box. Nah.
Hey, this is his loot boxes. All right, if he wants, every 3 hours, he just gets an Xbox One X and a PS4 Pro.
It's just a Nintendo Switch.
Let him.
For days.
As far as his uncommon, uncommon, the 2 free movie tickets, dude, just get Movie Pass.
Right. What are you thinking?
Open up 10 uncommon boxes
every month.
Get your $10, then spend that $10 on Movie Pass.
There you go. Yep. And then to be Deadpool, I don't know if you thought this one through, bro. Deadpool is an ugly guy.
You look like an ugly avocado had sex with another ugly avocado.
But he just wears a mask. Nobody needs to know.
But he knows. Just because you wear a mask doesn't mean that you don't know.
He doesn't care.
Or then why do you wear the mask?
Because you're a super anti-hero and you have a secret identity and you don't want anyone hurting your family.
Deadpool has no family.
Yeah, he's got Vanessa.
That's a little harsh.
Vanessa doesn't exist in the comics.
She's super hot though.
Yeah. All right. Well, good emails, Marcus, Jason. Jason has some thoughts on you becoming Deadpool, but it's your box, man.
You're just jealous because you can't be Deadpool.
Because I wouldn't pick him for my box, as we'll discuss right now. So, what will we pick for our loot boxes? Well, I try to make you go first.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
No. Okay. So mine are pretty much just going to be collectibles.
Wow.
Yeah. Uncommon, little Funko Pops.
He literally took my comment, so I got to make up a new one.
You can still keep it.
No, I got to be different.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Okay.
Let's see. My common, maybe those Bushijo Kotubiyakis. I forgot what they call them.
What?
It's they're like $40, and there's still statues.
Okay.
Yeah, John's got a couple of them. I got a couple of them. Let's see. We get a little more and more rare. Probably those bombshell DC statues I like so much.
You do like your bombshells.
Ultra rare. I want some life-size stuff. Yeah, I want like some Master Chief. Disneyland's got a life-size Rocket Raccoon for $400.
Really?
Yeah, that's not even that much.
Like life-size meaning like his life size?
Like 3 feet tall.
Yep. A life-size Rocket Raccoon.
What's it made of? It's not like the Lego ones in front of
No.
Right?
It's an actual like statue.
Cool. I don't need a Lego rocket.
And that'd be me, just collectibles.
Good. Yeah. JG?
All right. So I am an avid, well, not avid anymore, but you guys know I collect video games. So I'm all about being pristine, mint in box type stuff. So my common, just going to be a random like NES cart, Nintendo 64 cart. Just a cart by itself. Whatever. Uncommon is more or less, you get a controller. You're just an average controller. Slightly worn. Nothing too crazy. Whatever. Rares, you get those minty, clean, in-box, manual, sleeve, styrofoam. It all comes with it. The older games used to come with this stuff. Now it's just a plastic case with a disc in it.
And kids are like, what the hell's a manual? You mean the e-manual that you press start?
What do you mean styrofoam?
When you go to the website and you look it up on there, read their manual on the website.
What do you mean games had styrofoam in them? What the hell? And then my ultra rare, that's the sealed stuff. Those are the gems you find in the wild. It's just factory sealed. Give me like a stadium events seal. I'll sell it for 49 grand.
God, you guys are, I don't want any of your loot boxes.
That's why there are loot boxes.
Yeah. All right. So my loot box.
All right, Joshua, you ready? We're just going to all over Johnny's loot boxes. All right.
All right. So at the common level, I agree. Pops. I like pops. I'll take that.
Bitch.
At the uncommon level, it'll be a new iPhone. At the rare level,
oh wait, hold on. Uncommon is a new iPhone?
They come out with them like all the time. So.
But the man can't have a console? But you want an $800 phone.
That costs twice as much as his brand new console.
Not if it's subsidized into your plan. All right.
Get off my plan.
So rare, my rare, dang, dude. So my rare would probably be, $100 bill.
What? How is your uncommon a brand new iPhone, but your rare is a $100 bill? That makes no sense.
And my ultra rare would be a lightsaber.
Damn,
it'd be a lightsaber.
That's funny.
There we go. Well, that's us. Next week's listener question.
On your $100 bill, I wipe my with it. Is that why you want them? Because you don't want to buy toilet paper ever again?
I'll still pay with it. It's money.
Sheesh.
Next week's listener question. How do you decide what titles to get on day one and what titles to wait for the bargain bin? So let us know. You can reach out to us by email, contact@scspodcast.net, or on Twitter @SuperCoopSquad. And we appreciate any and all of you guys who chit chat with us. We enjoy it. We love having some fun alongside you guys. All right. So new segment. It's pretty much the same thing as passing the controller. What's going on with us outside the world of the podcast, but this is called the end game boss fight. So for me, nothing much going on.
This is boss fight music.
I got it.
It's Final Fantasy boss fight music, yeah.
Nice. Nothing much, man. Just easy going weekend, hang out with my wife and the little guy and just chilling out. You know, I went to go see my cousin play football, a little 10-year-old for a scrimmage, and that was cool. Just watching him game and playing Enter the Gungeon still, playing a ton of Magic. Oh, I'm very excited for the new Commander 2017 product coming for Magic the Gathering.
Nice.
They got some awesome commanders. I'm looking forward to playing them, and I've been having a lot of fun just building decks and playing online.
Now, is this just a new set, or is it just online, paper?
No, I mean, whenever they have a new set or any new product, it's available online and in store for the most part. So yeah, that's me, and I'm very excited for these new commanders. So yep,
okay.
That's me.
Any green ones? Green blacks, maybe?
They're not doing mono green right now. There's tribal this time.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I think it's vampire, cats, wizards, and dragons are the 4 decks. All right, Garrett. Passing you over. You got your boss fight. We're into the podcast. You're into the game today, so you got your boss fight. Garrett, you are fighting a mirror version of yourself. He's not the dark version. He's the mirror of you. And so you got to find a way to beat him, because whatever you do, whatever powers he has, you shoot a fireball, he shoots a fireball. You attack with your sword, he fights with his sword.
He's not the dark version of you?
Not the dark version. He's the mirror version of you, not the dark version.
That's funny, because you're always saying that you resemble everybody else. So now you finally have someone that looks like you.
Yeah. Figure out a way to beat that guy, man. And that's your boss fight.
Just punch myself in the face. I win.
There you go.
I don't know if you win in that one.
All right. What have I done? Overwatch. Getting back into that. The new event started. Saw a couple movies. I checked out Justice League versus the Teen Titans, and then checked out Teen Titans: The Judas Contract. Have not watched the Judas Contract at all since it came out.
Question.
Yes, Josh.
Are you going to get Batman and Harley Quinn?
Whenever Warner Brothers decides I'm allowed to have it on Blu-ray, all they do is just talk about, the digital's out now. Get it on iTunes.
I think that one's coming out in September.
Maybe, I don't know.
I know you're a fan of collecting those ones.
I want the physical copy, so when Warner Brothers deems me worthy, I will buy it.
But you won't watch it beforehand. If you have an opportunity to watch it with Johnny, because Johnny bought it digitally or something.
I will wait. I would like to wait for the Blu-ray and be in the comfort of my own home and
Gotcha.
Probably eat some sushi or something. Let's see. And then today did some fun stuff. Checked out a movie. Joshua, I think you checked out a movie today too.
I did. Courtesy of T-Mobile Tuesdays.
T-Mobile Tuesdays.
$4.
By the way, I got one of my coworkers to get T-Mobile Tuesdays. She had no idea about it.
It's good stuff. They gave away a free Sonic CD.
Yep.
On
No.
Steam.
I think it was Sonic Mania.
No, it's Sonic CD.
Was it?
That's the game that T-Mobile Tuesdays was given for free.
Okay.
Because of the launch of Sonic.
I thought it
Mania.
was Sonic Mania. Anyway.
No, I wish they
Carrying on. We checked out a movie called The Hitman's Bodyguard,
Yes, we did.
starring Ryan Reynolds and Samuel Jackson.
Yeah, just a very...
Funny, action-packed. It was...
Your segment. I'll let you talk.
Oh, okay, I thought you were going to pitch
I
it.
was going to say something. I'll wait till you're done.
Anyway, it was a fun movie. Would watch it again. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. There was some funny quips and some nice action scenes.
A lot of good action scenes. A lot of lengthy, car chases.
Car chases, which I was actually getting bored of. I'm not too big on car chases.
I agree.
They can be fun.
That then became into a boat chase.
Yeah. Well, do you like boat chases?
Not as much as car
I mean,
chases.
they're in Bond movies and stuff. Not as much. So you like car chases better than boat chases?
Yeah, but I don't like car chases that much. So that lets you know where I'm at.
That's not saying much for the boat chases.
Not at all.
No, it was a fun movie. For me, it's definitely a Sam Jackson type of movie because he curses. He's got his trendy mother effer. But for me, I think he said it way too much.
Apparently.
Usually he says it as the punchline in a lot of his cases, but this was like almost every other sentence ends with mother effer with him in this movie.
I think I read that he had said that about 47 times in this movie.
I'm pretty sure it was more than that. Pretty sure it was more. But it's good. It's fun. I definitely recommend
Sam
checking it out.
Jackson.
Yeah, I think the chemistry worked really well together.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds. All right, so that was me. Joshua, your in-game boss fight. You are going to fight, I had it and I lost it. So instead, you're going to fight Sigma.
Damn.
Yeah.
Which version?
Sigma.
Yes. There's like 8 different versions. Oh, cool. I get to fight one. I'll choose Wolverine Sigma. The next one.
Well, okay. Yeah, that's a good one.
Got his puppy. Got to fight his puppy.
Good luck.
Thanks. Cool. So, I don't need to talk about that movie. Still playing a little bit of Street Fighter.
Nice.
Really getting back into it. It's a lot of fun. I'm probably going to play that until Ultimate Marvel comes out next month because we're about a month away for that. I really hope I get into the Dragon Ball FighterZ beta. I mentioned briefly.
More
earlier.
like we're about a month away from the Dragon Ball FighterZ beta.
That's true. That comes out immediately before Ultimate Marvel. So on Tuesday, that's when the beta side-ups are, and hopefully I get in. You guys should jump on it too, so that way if I don't get it, I can just borrow your code.
Well, I also want to play it.
Oh, okay. Cool. Then we can play it. Looking forward to that. Dragon Ball... Dragon Ball Super. I was trying to be Z Super Saga thingy. It's getting real good. We're at 104 now, and the last few episodes has been, in my opinion, been really good. Really ramped up, and it's just fun to watch. A lot of cool, interesting stuff's going on. And then I picked up a little title called Sonic Mania.
Nice.
I haven't played as much into that as I have Street Fighter, but I've probably played about 6 or 7 zones. And I tweeted this and I put this on Facebook. If you're a 2D Sonic fan and you really love the older games and you've just been kind of wanting a good Sonic game, this is the game you need to go buy.
Okay.
It is really, really good. The music is fantastic.
All right.
Their
Sonic-
soundtrack is really good.
As Sonic music always is.
They've taken original. Well, they've done this in older games, but they've taken original stages. They've added a lot of new, interesting stuff on it, and it has a nice little spin on it. And then the second version of that stage, because I don't know if every stage is like a retro. I know 1 or 2 is brand new, but some I didn't play all of Sonic 3. There is a Sonic 3 in there. There's a couple in Sonic 2. There's a Sonic 1. There's a couple other ones in there too. It's just they've really gone all out on this game. The developers that partnered and came up with this crazy idea to make a nostalgic game and just put a new spin on it, and they do it really, really well.
I'm so glad this game is doing well.
There's mini bosses besides the regular bosses from stage 2, and I haven't even unlocked probably half the stuff. I heard there's like secret levels you can find, plus there's time trials and other modes.
Oh, yeah.
You could play as Sonic, Knuckles, or Tails. Guess what?
It's awesome.
Guess what I picked first?
Knuckles.
Tails.
I picked Sonic first. Because Knuckles and Tails are clearly better than Sonic gameplay-wise, so you gotta get Sonic out of the way.
Well, no, apparently Sonic, each character has their own thing. Of course, Knuckles glides, Tails flies, and apparently Sonic has something like a drop spin.
Yeah, so you know how you can spin dash on the ground? Well, if you jump with the jump button, and then you press jump again mid-air, he automatically does a spin dash once you hit the ground. So you don't have to, like, halt to a stop and then hold down and then mash the button. So they made it easier to spin dash out of
He's
it
faster
to keep the momentum going. So that way you don't always have to stop. So it's good. So I look forward to finishing whatever I can in the next week on that game. And that is me.
All right.
Johnny, boss fight for you. You're going to fight Saren from Mass Effect 1.
That's cool.
Except he's all roided out. He's pretty much like Zangief.
It's cool to make him, just talk him down, make him kill himself. So.
No, it doesn't work that way.
Wow.
You can't reach this guy. He is like buffed up like Zangief. Got hair on his chest and everything, but
all right.
Saren.
The Saren Cyclone.
That's something I never thought about. How come aliens never have hair on their chests?
Well, I mean, how many alien chests do you see?
Fair. Frieza. How come Frieza doesn't have hair?
Frieza just doesn't have hair. Period.
Yeah. Think about that.
Why doesn't he have hair on his chest? Because he doesn't have hair.
No hair at all.
That makes sense.
All right, guys. Well, that is our show for the week. Thank you for listening. Before we get out of here, guys, once again, we're going to go ahead and just shout out patreon.com/Super Co-op Squad. Go ahead and go there, guys. Become a patron of the show for just $1 a month. Help us hit our first Patreon goal, and that reward, once you guys hit that, is a fifth, so an additional episode every month. We're going to call that our secret level, right? Our secret level episode. So for $1, guys, you're getting an extra show every month, plus all of our normal shows. We'd appreciate that, guys, and that gives you guys more content. There's a link in the show notes for this website. There's also going to be a link in the details and description of this episode as well, wherever you're listening, so you can easily click on that and take you right to our Patreon and become a patron at $1 a month, guys. So thank you again for anyone that does that. And as always, you can reach us by email, contact at scspodcast.net to chit chat or talk about whatever you guys want. You can reach us on Twitter as a group at Super Co-op Squad. You can talk to us individually as well. You can find me at JohnnyMac24.
You can find me at GJL3275.
And you can find me Joshua_4_life.
Well, hey guys, thanks for listening. We appreciate it. We enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And as always, we'll see you next week. I'm Johnny Mac.
I'm Garrett.
I'm Joshua.
Sayonara.